Okay, so I just want to look at the circle where you have to complete the square to find the center and the radius. So let's just say we have a circle, x squared plus 4x plus y squared minus 6y minus 3 equals 0. Now, if we want to find the center and the radius of this circle, what's going to be really important here is to get it into the correct form. So the correct form for finding the center and the radius would be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Because once I've got it in that form, I know that the center would be hk and the radius would equal r. So when I'm doing this now, I'm going to look at the x squared plus 4x. I'm really interested in that. And then I have to plus a number there so it is a perfect square. Because if you look at this part here is a perfect square. Just going to change the colour of that. See, that's a perfect square and that's a perfect square. So we've got to remember what perfect squares look like before we square them out. And this is y squared minus 6y, and it's going to be plus something as well. So we've got to think about what that something is. And then we have minus 3 equals 0. Now, that minus 3 equals 0, we can actually move that to the other side. So we've got x squared plus 4x plus something plus y squared minus 6y plus something equals 3. Now, remember that all that you need to do here is you go to this middle term and you halve it. You halve it, square it, and then you add it. So you halve it, square it, add it. So you halve it, square it, and then you add it. Now, when you add it, you have to add it to both sides because it is an equation. And if you do it to both sides, then you're going to keep it balanced. So, okay, so halve it. So you go half times 4 is 2. Square it. 2 squared is 4. And then you have to add it to both sides. So you add 4, add 4. Okay, now we're going to do this one. So the minus 6. You halve the minus 6, which is 3. Don't worry about the minus. You could put minus 3. But if you did, when you square the minus 3 anyway, you're going to get plus 9. So the minus is irrelevant. So that's going to be 9. So I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to add it to both sides. Okay, so if you look at that, when you add that, that's 4 there. So just doing it down the bottom here, and add that, you get 9. And on this right-hand side, you have 3 plus 4 plus 9. 9 and 4 is 13, plus another 3 is 16. So once you've done that, the next step is then to write as a perfect square. So x squared plus 4x plus 4 will equal x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared, which will equal 16. So the reason it's x plus 2 squared, because if you square out x plus 2 and square it out, you get square the first, that's x squared. X times 2 is 2x and double it, that's 4x. And square the last, you get 4. You could do it the long way to do it as well. But what you've got to realise is the middle terms will be 2x plus 2x. So it's doubled in the middle. That's why you get the 4x. And the same thing will happen with the 9, like this part here, the y squared minus 9. If you squared out y minus 3 or squared, and you squared out that, you would get y squared minus 6y plus 9. Because it's y times 3 is 3x, and double it, that's where you get your 6x. So now looking at this, you've got your centre. You can now get your centre. Your centre is minus 2, 3. Like the x value is the opposite sign, so it's minus 2, and the y value, the opposite sign is 3. And the radius is the square root of the 16. So the radius is equal to square root of 16, which is 4.